Hello, how are you all? We welcome you all, dear parents, children, and teens, in this webinar, Exam Prep Strategies, helping parents, children being able to manage their stress easily. Well, before we start off, why not we have a little on our chat box? If you could please have the Zoom chat on. Yeah, parents, children, please type in the name of the place from where you are joining in with us. Yeah, that will be cool, isn't it? We will be able to know each other more. Yes. अपने चैट बॉक्स में जहां से आप ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं वहां की जगह का नाम लिखें तो मुझे अच्छे से समझ में आएगा कि हमें हिंदी में बात करनी है ज्यादा या इंग्लिश में बात करनी है राइट प्लीज डू दैट great I'm having lovely messages here Ahmedabad Pune Nasik oh wow Mumbai as well Ghaziabad Shigao Chalisgaon Navi Mumbai West Bengal oh my god I see here I mean we have from all over the country parents teachers children teens oh that's lovely also please type whether you are a parent or a child parent हैं तो पी चैट पे डालिए और अगर आप चाइल्ड हैं टीन्स हैं तो सी या टी डालिए तो मुझे थोड़ा सा समझ में आएगा हमारी ऑडियंस कैसी है हाँ पेरेंट एंड चाइल्ड टुगेदर ग्रेट 10th ग्रेडर चाइल्ड है पेरेंट है टीन्स भी हैं सुपर्ब एंड वी हैव अ टीचर एज वेल ग्रेट गुड wow I'm so happy to see you all here parents children and teens well now that we have a little whereabout about कहाँ से आप लोग ज्वाइन किए हैं जोधपुर से भी हैं आई कैन सी द यूट्यूब ऑल्सो वहां के चैट में भी झारखंड से भी हैं ग्रेट पेरेंट्स भी हैं चिल्ड्रन भी हैं सुपर्ब मुझे लग रहा है पेरेंट्स और चिल्ड्रन दोनों में ही ये इच्छा है कि हम समझ सके कि इस एग्जाम स्ट्रेस को कैसे हराया जा सके आई एम वेरी हैप्पी टू सी that the children and parents together are going hand in hand to remove this exam stress remove this exam stress great to see that wonderful ठीक है चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं एक छोटा सा मैं अपना इंट्रोडक्शन देती हूँ क्योंकि मैंने भी कभी ना कभी तो ये एग्जाम स्ट्रेस झेला ही है एज अ चाइल्ड माय नेम इज प्रतिभा शर्मा and I'm going to be with you all here for another 1 hour with a very special guest over here. Yeah, her name is Shailaja Kannan. She is a 17 years का उनको expertise है about children and teens को किस तरह से इन सब चीजों से निकाला जा सके इन सब life challenges को meet out किया जा सके. Wonderful to be with her. She is also a senior art of living teacher. So I'm sure you're going to have a lovely time जिसमें कि हमको समझ आ सके solutions find कर सके कि यार ये एग्जाम स्ट्रेस को कैसे हराया जा सके वेल एग्जाम स्ट्रेस की अगर मैं बात करूं शैलजा तो मुझे लगता है कि एग्जाम स्ट्रेस द एग्जाम और स्ट्रेस साथ में ही जैसे जुड़े हुए हैं है ना इट्स लाइक अ टेल ऑफ एग्जाम स्ट्रेस इज बिकमिंग अ टेल ऑफ एग्जाम्स जबकि एग्जाम का जो जरूरत थी वो स्ट्रेस लाना तो कभी थी ही नहीं इट वाज नेवर दी थिंकिंग कि भी हमको स्ट्रेस भी देना है एग्जाम्स के साथ में तो फिर ये माजरा क्या है व्हाट इज दिस ऑल अबाउट या चिल्ड्रन फील आई हैव गॉट अ फ्यू थिंग्स अबाउट दिस दैट चिल्ड्रन हैव द फीलिंग कि मुझसे ये होगा नहीं मुझे ये आता नहीं है एग्जाम्स का नाम सोचते ही कुछ बुखार सा लगने लगता है कि मैं कहीं फेलियर ही तो नहीं हूं मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है मैथ्स की बात करें तो लगता है कि मैथ्स ओ माय गॉड हिस्ट्री ओ माय गॉड समथिंग इट्स irksome when you hear these kind of subjects isn't it yeah it is really difficult to meet out कैसे रहेगा इनका solutions शैलजा जी please let us know
okay. So what you said is very right so जैसे हम बोलते हैं एक्चुअली टॉपिक ही स्ट्रेस फ्री एग्जाम है लेकिन अगर आप देखें तो एग्जाम के साथ स्ट्रेस फ्री आता है बिल्कुल मुफ्त में आता है तो एक है कि एक्सेप्ट हम करें कि थोड़ा सा like we need to understand one thing, that yes, a little with stress, with X, okay, we'll speak more in English.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we need to accept this, that yes, when there is an exam, there is definitely a little bit of stress is there. Just say how we have little bit of salt is there in food, right? So same way, a little bit of fear, a little bit of anxiety is okay. But when it goes overboard, that is what we need to, as parents, as children, as teachers, we need to deal with that. So we're going to talk about different solutions today, and there is no one solution. So we will all work together, and you can also, so it's going to be a very interactive session, and so you can also share your experiences, your stories, your tips on how, you know, we as a community, how we can help our children. Okay, so can you tell us the first question? So we'll be taking a few questions which have come from the parents initially. We'll take 2 questions which have already come in, and you can put in more questions on the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, you can put it on the YouTube chat, and we will take your questions. Okay.
Yeah. The first question is very much similar to the intro that I gave you, कि बच्चे ने अपने ऊपर ही एक ये डाल रखा है कि मुझसे ये नहीं होगा, वो मान के ही चला है कि ये मुझसे नहीं होगा. उसको लगता है कि अगर मैंने ये सब पढ़ लिया तो भी मैं तो भूल ही जाऊंगा, बिकॉज आई एम फॉरगेटफुल. उसको लगता है कि मैंने एग्जाम्स कर भी लिए, चला भी गया, तो वहां पे मेरा जो रिजल्ट में मेरे को जब वापस से दिया जाएगा मेरा आंसर शीट, उसमें बहुत सारे रेड मार्क्स होगा, बिकॉज आई हैव बीन मेकिंग सिली मिस्टेक्स. मतलब कि मैं तो सिली मिस्टेक्स करता ही हूं. उसको ये समझ में आता है कि मैं ऐसा ही हूं. तब क्या किया जाएगा?
This is a very good question. So has this, like, let's look back in our own lives, and has this happened to us? Like, have we heard both positive and negative sentences from people? Like, have people told us things, or have we also said? So you can type on the chat window two things that you have heard, where people have said that this are the negative things about you, and 2 things you can write that you have told other people, that, you know, you are forgetful, you don't pay attention. So something, whatever you can write, and we will use those examples to discuss more about.
So could we have that slide that we have here, Ritik?
And also you can tell me the
first one with the labels.
So are we getting anything on the parents?
Yes,
saying?
we are getting. They are saying that can't memorize properly.
Okay.
Always making silly mistakes.
Okay, I'm going to write always making silly mistakes.
Yes.
Okay.
Can't memorize.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes. Not good in math.
Okay.
I am a failure.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, it is around this. Yes, it is around this. Yes.
Okay. So if we just look, you can keep sending your inputs and keep writing.
They are writing. They are writing. Scared, not self-confident, susceptible about completing the syllabus. Slow learner.
Okay.
Demotivated.
So we have all these things. So you can keep writing, because we are going to do an activity with this now.
Yeah. This is very interesting, I must say. Sometimes overconfident.
Oh.
Then you are a failure.
Okay.
Understands concepts but not able to implement.
Oh, good. So we have lots, and we want to please keep sending your lines, like whatever, like keep, because you will be using this for the next for the activity further. So we have all these labels that we have put, like for example, say I am, like, let's just take up this example where we say, okay, I am a failure. But if you look back, you have eternalized this, right? You may have failed. Look back into your life and see, you may have failed once or twice, but how many times have you succeeded? You have taken those 1 or 2 instances, and then you have like eternalized the problem and said, oh, I'm a failure. And then what has happened? You put a label on yourself. Okay, main to failure hu, I am a failure. Then what happens? Then this is the problem statement, like I'm a failure. Then what happens is that you're not able to find a solution. There is no incentive, there is no initiative, there's nothing that is driving you forth to, change this. So let us look at the impact of words or impact that these words can create on our psyche. Okay, so we have a small game for you. So we have this, we'll just get like 10 seconds, okay?
Okay, so we have
And
our slide for the 10 seconds here.
so we have 10 seconds, and what you have to notice is what are the circular things around you. 10 सेकंड में आपको देखना है कि आपके आसपास, just around you, what are the how many circular objects can you find around you?
Okay, the 10 seconds are yet to start for them. So
Okay.
let's wait a minute.
Okay.
Let's wait for a minute. Yeah, it is starting. Yes, there it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can start counting what are the different circular objects that you can see around you.
Dekhe, are there any circular objects around you? Just identify them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So you can put on the
please
chat.
put on the chat or now. What are the circular? Yes, we have them.
Okay.
One has written, I've counted 10. One has counted 9. Other says balls, watch, clock.
Achha.
Yeah.
Oh.
Watch.
Right. Nice.
Camera, bangle. Oh, wow. Caps of the medicine bottles. That's superb. Alexa ka clock. Pillow. Bangle ka head. Timer. Oh, wow. This are so many answers. Holder. Fans, the speed controller, wow. Globe, eyes, very nice. Frisbee, cap, nice. Bottle cap.
Very nice.
Very nice.
So, if you notice, like you got 10 seconds and you got so many. I have found like around 40 items in 10 seconds, which are circular in this room.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So if you notice the camera on your computer, that's circular,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And even the bindi is circular. If you see, eyeballs are circular. There's so many people over here, you know. So now that I brought this to your attention, that there are so many circular objects. Let's take 10 seconds again, and we will see
we'll have
again.
The timer again.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Please. Do we have?
So we'll just do this activity once more, where you can see, count again in the next 10 seconds, how many objects you can see in your same room, how many more objects you're able to see now.
We have started this. Yes, we have. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The 10 seconds have started. Yes.
There you go.
Yes, it's done.
Okay. So yeah, could you please tell us how many objects you could see this time?
Now they are saying about pebbles. Oh my God, 13. The number has increased.
Oh.
Nostril. Oh my God.
Yes, that's also
45. 45 in number.
Wow.
Many 23 now. The number has increased. The number has increased. Yes.
So you see, whatever the surroundings have not changed. All I did was bring to your awareness that there are so many more circular objects around you. So whatever you pay attention to, that grows in life. So when we are when we are telling somebody, or if we are telling ourselves, oh, I'm a failure, I'm a slow learner, I always make mistakes. What's happening over here? We are constantly putting our attention on these things, and whatever we put our attention on, that grows. Oh. So, what we need to do instead is that we can frame the same thing positively.
Okay, so we can have the positive slide?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what we also want you to do is, whatever you have framed, you have written on the chat box that these are the two negative things that I tell others, and two negative things I hear from others. You can rephrase it positively. I'll give you an example. Supposing someone says, someone says, I'm a slow learner. So instead of saying I'm a slow learner, you can say that I take a little time to learn, but whatever I learn, I retain very well. Wow. And to improve my speed, I can do this XYZ. So what has happened, instead of just making it a problem statement, you have converted it into a solution, that, oh, these are the things I need to do. And then and whatever you pay attention to grows. So you say, okay, whatever I learn, I remember, right? So we focus on the positives, right?
So I think in that case, should we understand this, that in case I say I'm a failure and there's a full stop, we don't do anything about it then. But when I say I'm improving, then there is some little bit of activity, some little bit of brain work, some little bit of, going step by step, the baby steps, they are being taken, isn't it?
You got it, Pratibha.
Wow, this is great. I'll never say anybody, and nor myself, that those silly self-labeled negative sentences. Never ever.
Yeah.
What about you, parents? Please tell us what are the positive labels now that you will be using for yourself or for your children?
Yeah, so we'll replace these labels with the positive ones now.
Yeah.
I'm going to remove all of this. So do we?
Yes, they will start. They must be typing.
Right.
Let's give them some time to type.
So
yes.
this is like going to
Yes.
be an
Good amount of
interactive.
confidence.
Great.
I'm improving.
Oh, great.
Intelligent, confident, smart, fast learner. Very good. You can do it. I can do it.
Wow.
I think the best takeaway is this. I can do it. You can do it. This is superb. I am smart. I am thin. Forgetfulness makes me work harder. This is wonderful. If you have some forgetfulness, doesn't matter, but you are going ahead, making it harder, making yourself learn better.
Yeah.
I am confident. Do your best.
Very nice. So you see how now when we put our attention on these things, that will grow. Whatever we put our attention on, that grows. So you can have a jar and you can instead of waiting for someone else to come and praise you, you can praise yourself, you know, you can stand in front of the mirror, praise yourself and focus on the good qualities that you have. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a very nice solution, I think, for ourselves as well as for the kids, that we can actually implement very, very easily. And people, I mean, parents and children have already started implementing. This is wonderful. Very nice. Okay. But, you know, I see students, children, I have seen my child as well. In the morning, they get up, when they go in a little senior kind of classes, they get up in the morning, say for half an hour or 1 hour, they will do the studies, self-study time. Then they will go to school, they will go and study there too. They'll come back home and they'll go rush for tuitions, have a little bit of bite, whichever mom has given, have a little bit of bite and rush to the school, sorry, for tuitions. And by the end of the day, I find that when the parents or even with the friends, they're chit-chatting over phone, kitna syllabus ho gaya bhai, how much is left? So when the chit-chat goes on, the child is like, oh my God, how much was going on the whole day? So many topics, so many subjects. The teacher has to learn just one subject. I have to learn all the subjects all together. Oh my God. The kind of anxiety that they have, the ha kind of a thing, you know, it's really worrisome. And because of that anxiety, their focus gets shaky. What can be done?
Okay. So, you know, like at the level of the body, so if we want to build the body, then we will go and you know, work out. We will do some exercises, and so like you have to put extra effort when it comes to building the body. But at the level of the mind, like when we want to study, right, or we want to remember things, or effortlessness is the key. So over there, if I tell myself, I want to remember, I want to remember, I want to remember, then whatever has this happened to all of us? Like, you know, you remember, you want to remember a song, your favorite song, and suddenly that will go. And then more effort you put to remember that song, that song will disappear even more. And only when you're relaxing, you're absolutely relaxed, then that song will suddenly pop up in your brain. Has this happened? Yeah.
Has this happened with you also, parents, children? Please tell me this with a yes, Y for a yes and no for a no, N for a no. Yes, yes, they are saying yes. Okay.
Yeah, so it's happened to all of us, right? So the important thing over here at the level of the mind is effortlessness is the key. So yes, when there is so much of things, so many things happening in the day, and already there is like some anxiety and stress is there. So what do we do? Like, well, how we can deal with it? That is the question, right? So there is something that you know, we eat so much in the day, and at the end of the day and the beginning of the day, we brush our teeth.
Yes, of
yes,
course.
That is dental hygiene.
Yes,
very
yes.
obvious, right?
Yes, yes.
The same thing we need to do for our mind also. You know,
Okay.
so we clean our mind. So how do we do that? We do that with different breathing exercises, with different meditation techniques. So today we'll just see a small glimpse. Okay, we'll again, as we said, that this is going to be an interactive workshop. So we have another small game for you. So we can we have the slide with the object?
Game sheet number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a sheet that is going to come in front of you, and you're going to get only 10 seconds.
30. We have
Oh,
kept 30.
30.
You know.
So
10 was little less the last time, so we have increased it to 30 now.
Okay. So Pratibha ji has said 30 seconds. So you're going to get 30 seconds, and the time, and you have to note. Just look at the objects. Okay. Just look at these objects for 30 seconds, and after that you can make a list of what are the objects that are there, what you can remember.
So yes, that can be done. So can they write on the chat?
They can not right now. They just need to look at the screen for 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then later on they can start writing.
Later on they can start.
Based on whatever they remember.
Yeah, we'll have to be, you know, little, yes, honest to yourself. So the timer has begun already.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
15 left.
I think all of us have played this game when we were children, right?
Yes, of course.
How much do we remember?
The memory games.
Memory games. Yeah.
We used to have it on the memory cards at that time.
Yeah.
Yes, time up.
Okay. So now you can write on the chat, like, these are the items that I remember. You can just see count the number of items that you actually remember.
Okay.
So if you remember 4 or 5 items, then you can write 4, 5. If you remember 10, then you can write 10.
Okay, they're writing the name of the items as well.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Somebody says 11 items, 10. Wow. Ball, apple, grapes, crayon, boat. 15.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There were how many? 20 items, I suppose, right? Yeah. 20 items means 15. Good count. Okay, there's watermelon, rocket, fox. There was fox also. Okay.
We are actually helping them.
I'm sorry. We are actually helping them. Okay, I'll give the counts. 10, 11.
Okay.
Yeah. 13.
Yeah. Okay, so please keep that coming. Okay, so we'll just now what we'll do is we will learn some techniques to become, like, empty the mind, or as we say, mental hygiene, to perform some mental hygiene, and we'll see how that helps us, right? So first I would like all of you to check whether you're breathing right or not. Okay. Why is this important? Because see, when we want to deal with the mind, it is very difficult to deal with the mind at the level of the mind. For example, if we want to fly a kite. Okay. So if you want to fly,
a slide also.
Oh, we have a slide.
Yeah, we do have a slide for the kite.
Okay.
Why not?
So if we want to fly a kite, we can't hold the kite and fly it, right? We need to be effortless. The way to fly the kite is by using the string.
Yes.
So if we want to handle the mind, we cannot handle the mind at the level of the mind. The breath is the medium which connects the body and the mind. So we use the breath to clean the mind. As
breath is the medium to connect the body and the mind.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will learn some breathing techniques, right, which improve our energy levels. But the first thing that we need to check is whether we are breathing right or not. Okay. So for that, what we do is very simple. Just take your palm and keep it on your stomach. Keep it on your stomach. Okay. And then you just breathe in and breathe out, and observe what is happening to your stomach. As you breathe in, what is happening? And as you breathe out, what is happening? Is your stomach going in as you breathe in? Or is your stomach coming out as you breathe in? What is happening? As you breathe out, is your stomach coming in? Or is your stomach coming out? What is happening? Just observe. Okay. And you can tell us on the chat, what exactly is happening when you're breathing in.
When they're inhaling, the stomach goes out. Exhaling, stomach gets in.
Okay. But is there anyone for whom the stomach is going in when they're breathing in, and when they're breathing out, the stomach is coming out? Is there anyone like that?
So you can type Y for yes. Yes, there are some people.
Okay.
Then some people are saying no also.
Okay.
But there are many yeses also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we need to check is if we are the way, let's imagine that you have a balloon in front of you. Okay. So you want to fill air in the balloon. So what happens as you breathe, as you blow the air inside the balloon expands.
Yes.
So the same thing, when we breathe in, our stomach expands. And as we breathe out, the stomach contracts. Now, because of, maybe because of incorrect lifestyle, or because we've been wearing some tight clothes, or because of various reasons, it may have happened that the breathing pattern has shifted. Now, when what happens is when the breathing pattern has changed or it has shifted, less oxygen comes into the.
Oh.
So when less oxygen comes into the body, then your brain also receives less oxygen. So
Definitely.
it's able to perform less also. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we can do, if like when we lie, this is an exercise that you can do as you breathe in. Now keep your hand on your stomach, okay, and the other palm on your thigh, and keep it open. And as you breathe in, expand your stomach, and as you breathe out, contract it consciously. Let's do this. Okay, so breathe in, expand, and breathe out, and relax, contract. Again, let's do it couple more times. Breathe in, expand your stomach, and breathe out. Pull your navel in. Once more, breathe in, and breathe out. Pulling the navel in. Breathe in, and breathe out. Wasn't this very relaxing? This much? Yeah.
It's like, going out of this world now. I mean, I don't feel at a moment कि मैं यहाँ पे हूँ इस वक्त in the session. What about you, parents? What did you feel? Please write on the chat.
Yeah.
I would really like to see this.
Yeah. So, just breathing right. When you're breathing right, breath is a big source of energy, and that itself, that energizes the body, the mind, and the brain also functions much better. The brain gets so much oxygen, right? And we will also learn another technique now to deal with anxiety, which is a very good tool. Okay. So this is called the Brahmari pranayam. So what we do is we take the index finger and we keep it on the cartilage over here, not inside the ear, but on this ear flap, the cartilage.
Okay, so we don't get it inside.
Yeah.
We just keep it on the cartilage.
Yes,
we can say like a cap on the
ear, ear flaps.
Ear flaps, yes.
So we keep it over there.
Okay.
And then we breathe in. And as we breathe out, we make the sound. Okay, so the sound that we make, we can say But if you really want to have maximum effect, then what you would do, you would make a high pitched sound. Okay. Okay. So we'll do that. So breathe in. And as you breathe out, make the sound. And close and open the ear flap. Close and open the ear flap like this. Just close and open. Okay. And relax. Did you get that? Did everyone get that? You can tell us yes or no. Yeah. So we'll do this now 3 times with eyes closed. Okay. So this time you don't have to look at your screen. Just observe what's happening to your mind and body.
So you'll be giving us the instructions, and we just need to close our eyes and feel ourselves. Yeah.
Feel. Okay. So let's keep our eyes closed.
Yes.
Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Now keep your fingers on the ear flap. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, make the sound. And close and open. Close and open the ear flap. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And relax. You can relax your hands. Become aware of your body and surroundings and slowly open your eyes. Okay. Are you feeling calmer?
Yes, very much. It feels like I'm sitting at my home now. Great. What about you people? All children, teens, and my parents, please tell me. Okay. One is asking, do we have to open and close the ears?
Yeah, so you can. There are various ways of doing Brahmari. This was one way of doing the Brahmari, which children really enjoy. So you can use this as a study tool also. Yeah. So before you sit for your studies, you can just do a little Brahmari, and you can do like 3 rounds of Brahmari, and then after that you can just study, and that you will find that your brain, your mind is so much calmer, and you're able to grasp things better. So let's test this out, okay? So
We
we'll
can test
have
this out?
yes.
Oh my God. Anyways, let's see what is the testing. The people have told here
Huh.
that it is very relaxing, it's refreshing,
Hmm.
regenerated, brain more receptive.
Oh.
Let's see how much receptive it is.
Yeah.
So we should have the game sheet
Slide.
number 2.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So can we have the game slide number 2, please? So we're going to do the similar activity again. Okay. So your timer, I think, has started. Not yet.
अभी नहीं, अभी
Okay.
अभी आ जाएगा.
So
Just
again,
a
the
moment.
timer will be there for 30 seconds,
It
and
started.
and items are there on your
Yes.
screen. Now, with your mind is calmer, your mind is more settled. Now you look at you look at a sheet and you see how many objects you can, like, we'll see how many objects you can remember this time. Okay.
Yup, it's done.
Okay.
5 seconds left. Okay.
Okay, time up. Okay, so now you can tell us how many objects do you
20.
remember? Wow. Okay,
19.
numbers have gone
And
up.
20, I mean, abhi 3 जनों ने 20, 21, 21. Okay. 2000. That's amazing. Okay, yeah. The number has gone up tremendously. More and more people are writing 2019, 2019.
Wow.
Yes.
So we have ourselves noticed, like earlier, we did only breathing exercises for 10 to 15 seconds. That's all we did, right?
Yeah.
And with just 15 seconds, 30 seconds ka breathing exercise, so much difference it has made. Our retention power, our memory has improved drastically, right? So in Art of Living, we have different programs for children and for parents. We have the Utkarsh Yoga program for 8 to 13-year-olds, and then the Medha Yoga program, where we teach different breathing exercises and meditation techniques, which is correct as per the age group, and that helps children study better. I would just like to take a few minutes and share my own experience.
Yes, like I think even parents would like to hear that, isn't it? Give me a Y for yes, please.
Yeah, I need a little bit of encouragement.
Yes. There's one person who's saying, I've already done Utkarsha Yoga, and he's very happy with it.
Wow, that's nice to hear.
Yes, they're saying yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I did the happiness program when I was in college. I was in my 4th year at that time. And so I enrolled for the program. I learned the breathing techniques, and after that I was practicing regularly. And suddenly I noticed that I was not putting any extra effort in school, or I was not putting any extra effort in college as such. But whatever I was reading, I was able to retain it better. And then I was able to, write the answers better, and my grades improved. So I was at 2nd level, and then I moved to the next level. Wow. Without putting any extra hours or any extra effort. So that was I found it really amazing, and I felt that every student must learn this. And that is the reason I became a children's teacher. Okay, we have to start this, and everybody should have this knowledge.
Yes, of course. Yes,
so like how we teach our children, you have to brush your teeth right from the time they're very young. We also need to teach them, okay, like how you need to manage your mind, because we keep telling our children, gussa mat karo, don't get angry, don't get anxious, exam hai, stress mat le yaar. We say these things, but what to do when the stress comes? What to do when anxiety comes? What to do when anger comes? That is a very key tool that they need to know. Right. And that is taught in the Utkarsh Yoga, Medha Yoga, happiness programs. Yes. Yeah?
Yes. That's really wonderful, parents. We must be encouraging our children to do such kind of programs, to participate in such kind of programs. Shall we take some questions from the parents?
Please.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll just go into the section. Parents, children, please start typing in your questions now. Yeah.
You can, even if you're watching it on YouTube, you can use the YouTube chat.
Yes.
And if you're watching it on Zoom, then you can use the Zoom chat.
How to improve retention?
Okay. So this is what we just did right now. That is the exercise. So when your mind is calmer, there are less impressions. So when there are like so many impressions on the mind stacked one on top of the other,
Hmm.
then it becomes difficult. It's like when you're reading something becomes one more impression.
Hmm.
But when what happens is that your mind is clean, clear, calm, then whatever you learn, whatever you read, it stays, it retains, you're able to retain it for a longer time. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. There is a pertinent question here, which is coming to a little away from what we are discussing,
Mhm.
a little away, not very much, but yeah, what should be done so that there is no comparison between siblings, or there are sometimes comparisons made by the society also,
Hmm.
ki your elder son is able to achieve such and such thing but the younger one is not, or even a child himself starts feeling
Hmm.
ki there are so many expectations from my parents
Hmm.
but I'm not able to fulfill them,
Hmm.
or this kind of academic pressures, or even the peer pressures.
Hmm.
Friends are able to achieve such and such thing, I am not able to achieve, am I lacking somewhere? So these kind of pressures, how do we deal with them, how to deal with these kind of emotional mental problems?
Okay. See, there are multiple aspects to this. Okay.
Okay.
So first thing is every child, none of us are islands, right? So every child, it is a saying called, it takes a village to raise a child. So for a
Hmm.
child, there are many different things that impact a child. Definitely, there is impact from the school, there's impact from the parents, impact from the relatives, impact from the friend circles. So this everyone and all of us are responsible for the growth of the child, right?
Yeah.
So and in turn we are also responsible. So we are responsible for the way we influence our friends, family, and so on. So we all are responsible for this. So I would first like to take this question up with respect to the parents as such.
Okay.
So as parents, we need to put some amount of pressure on the children. So we need to put a little bit of pressure on the children. It's like when we are playing a stringed instrument, there
Hmm.
is the strings have to be taut, right? There have to be
Hmm.
little pressure has to be there. But
Like
if
in
it
a
is,
guitar?
yes, like in a guitar,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay.
But if it's too tight, then you
Uh,
can't really play. You
yeah, the
can't play,
sound will not be musical
yeah,
anymore.
right?
Yes, yes.
So that is the so we need to give some amount of pressure. We can't let them completely free, but too much of pressure is going to be counterproductive. So
Hmm.
that is one thing. And for the children, you need to see, if you're putting too much pressure on yourself, just relax. Okay, you say that, okay, you see that you can talk to people around you and say that, okay, I am feeling like this, and this is what is happening.
Hmm.
And your parents are who are there around you, they will help you at that time. No, they will give you positive motivation, they'll support
Hmm.
you, you'll have so many support groups around you. You know, you'll be really
Hmm.
surprised to find how many people are there to love you, encourage you, and take you forward. So you must open up and share, okay, at that time how you're feeling. Also, at this point, I would like to share that every person over here on this planet is unique. If you see two people, there are no two people who look the same, who behave the same,
Yes.
right? Each one
Not
of
even
us,
twins are having the same kind of a behavior.
exactly. Or
It's
there are
amazing.
some characteristics, either behavior
Huh,
characteristics,
huh.
even look wise, there is some differences.
Yes.
So each one of us is unique, and we are here for some different reason. Each one of us is here for a different reason. So uh, just know that you are unique and you are amazing, and know your skills are different
Hmm.
from your neighbor's skills, right? You have your good qualities, you have your set of understanding which
Hmm.
is different from another person. So you
Hmm.
work on those skills which are unique to you and grow those skills. Yeah. So it's not that the things that you're weak on, you don't work on those. You identify that and grow that, work on those, so that those things also become better.
Hmm.
But focus on your skills and develop those skills more. Okay. And one more thing over here that I would like to point out
Yeah.
is that often what happens is we need to understand also that, are we putting pressure on ourselves because we want to grow,
Hmm.
or are we putting pressure on ourselves because someone else has this and I don't have it? Is it FOMO?
Yes.
Is it because
That's really
yeah,
important. That's really
yeah,
important.
yeah.
Because then I think if somebody else is giving that pressure, putting that pressure, and I want to do such and such thing, that will not give my 100%. I will not be able to do that at all.
Mm.
Yes. Very
So
true.
if some pressure, you are creating pressure on yourself because of other people, that is because of FOMO, then it's not really going to work out for you. Like it's not going to, it's going to be counterproductive that you're putting so much pressure on yourself, right? It will not help you in any way, because you're comparing. Again, it is like you're comparing yourself to this other person. I am going to miss out. But know that you are unique. That is one thing. And the second thing is, if the pressure is coming, you are applying pressure on yourself because you want to excel, you want to become even better. Definitely under certain limits it's good, but beyond that, beyond a certain limit, then you know that this is the time when you talk to your support group as such. It could be an uncle, auntie, favorite uncle, auntie, or your best friend, or parents, or all of them. Yeah.
So basically, we as child should not sit with our problems.
Yes.
But share it out with those relevant and people for whom you will definitely get a solution and a positive way out, right? Okay. There is one question which is related to the study routine.
Okay.
Study routine kaisa ho? How should be my study routine that I am able to complete my syllabus? I am not, wasting my time. And it's basically that I'm combining a few questions together. Yeah. I have final term examination which starts from Thursday and I'm in class 12th and then boards. I cannot stay focused. What to do?
Okay. See, your exams are coming up in 4 days, right? So first thing is that you, at the level of the mind, as we discussed, you have to first relax. Okay. So there is this particular question has multiple will have multiple answers depending on the time frame. So now we're just going to say that, okay, your exams are coming up in 4 days. The first is like, don't get anxious, because if you get anxious, then what happens is that you won't remember, right? If you get more and more anxiety, अरे 4 दिन में exam है, 4 दिन में exam है, तो आप फिर काम फिर पढ़ा, you won't be able to study. Right?
Correct.
So first thing is just relax. Okay, make a plan. Make a plan that, okay, this is what I need to study for my exam that is coming up, and then you write down. That, okay, these are the chapters that I need to study. Then chunk it into small bits. Okay. So chunk it into small bits. That, okay, so if for your exam you need to study like, say 5 chapters. So instead of saying thinking, oh, I have to study 5 chapters, you chunk it into small portions. That I have to cover this portion, and make your study plan that I'm going to study for this many hours. I will study in the morning. If you are a morning person, then you can study in the morning. You see what helps you. Like if you remember better when you get up in the morning and study, then study in the morning. There are some night owls who prefer to study in the night and they remember. I personally cannot. If I read something in the night, I don't remember it. But so accordingly, you can wake up at 5 and you can start studying for like 2 hours and then take a break. Okay. And when you're making your plan, you make a plan for like to sit for 20 to 30 minutes, then take a break. Now, what you do in the break is very important also.
Yes.
Okay. So when you take a break, then you do some stretches, do some activity, because you've been sitting and studying. So you can just move around a little bit, do some exercises, okay, move your neck a little bit, and you can drink some water, eat healthy food. Okay. Now your exam is coming up in just 4 days. So when we're training ourselves for any sports activity, we don't put junk food into our system, right?
Yeah, we should not be. Yes.
So the same way, when we are preparing for an exam, we don't put junk food into our system. Why? Because when we eat junk food, then we start feeling sleepy. The body takes more time to digest this. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a question over here. I forget at the time of the exam.
Oh.
It goes blackout.
Okay. So yeah. So if you forget at the time of the exam, the more you put. And okay, so let's talk about this, okay, a little bit more. So has this also happened that when you step out of the exam hall, then you suddenly remember the answer?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it happens, right? It's happened.
Calm place. Yeah. Everything is in my mind now. Everything comes on my hand.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, exam is over, and then you relax, and then it's like, oh, that is the answer, right? It's happened to all of us. Now the key over here is relaxation. Okay, so when you are in the exam and you are like, okay, I'm not able to remember. I know I have studied. First thing is you should have studied the portion. You know that you've studied. What you do is just take little sips of water. When you hydrate your system properly, then the nervous system works better sometimes. So
we can all hydrate ourselves better for a moment. Wherein I'll like to add over here. if you think you are forgetting some things, like say for example formula, what I used to do during my childhood days was, जैसे ही एग्जाम में घंटी बजी कि yeah, now you can start writing, so first thing I would do is jot down all this formula which I think I may forget. So that used to help me. Maybe that is one of the tips. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then some parents want to know more about Medha Yoga.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we also will take some more questions after that. Yes.
Okay. So in Medha Yoga, Medha Yoga and Utkarsh Yoga, we teach different. The children learn through fun, game, and activities. They learn different life skills, which are very important for their lives as such. How to deal with success and failure, right? Because our life is not like a straight line, right? We have successes and we have failures. So when there is success, we don't go like and then when there is failure, we don't go like that. So maintaining the equanimity and dealing with how to deal with these things, how to make friends, how to deal with peer pressure, all the real world issues that are there, we talk about all of that. And the most important thing is the support group becomes very strong. So if your child is doing, and your neighbor's child, and so many people in the community are doing the course together, then the support group is there for your child. Now they all talk. We talk about the impact of words. We talk about how food, like we just touched upon it today, how food and water, the right consumption of food, right consumption of water, how that can improve their energy level, and that in turn will improve their performance in the exams, right? So we talk about all of this, and of course the breathing technique.
Yes, I think this will also answer one more question that we have here. Ki, as a parent, I have been, telling my daughter or son to do this, but he or she is just least bothered about anything. So I think when Shailaja says that, yeah, when you do a Medha Yoga program, or you do any kind of a program wherein the son or daughter's friends are also doing, then you yourself telling your child may not work. But going the other way around, influencing the friends and their parents first, and then your child comes automatically into that particular kind of a situation wherein wo अच्छे से फिर grow करते रहते हैं. Yeah.
So basically ensure that the sphere of influence around the child, it is positive. They keep getting positive motivation, and they keep the energy up of the child.
Yes. Okay.
So we have a lot of questions coming in. Looks like that. Thank you for sending the questions.
Yes. How to control anger?
Oh, that's a very good question. Yeah. So again, so what happens to your breath when you are angry? I would like you to share, like, what happens to your breath when you get angry? Does it remain calm and composed?
You would like the parents or children to put it on chat? Yeah, please do that.
Yeah.
What happens to your breath when you get angry? Okay.
So you can just
share. They are saying it is shorter.
Okay, shorter. Okay. And what happens to your breath when you are sad?
When it is sad, what happens? They are writing it.
Okay.
It's slow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what happens to your breath when you're happy? Like right now, you're happy, joyful, and relaxed. So what happens to your breath at that time?
Expands.
Yeah. It's a different, the rhythm.
It's normal. They say it's normal.
Yeah. Happy to know it's normal. So it's so different emotions have an impact on the rhythm of the breath. So as your emotions shift, the rhythm of the breath shifts.
Okay.
So what happens is that what we need to do over here is that in the course, when you come on the program, you will learn a rhythmic breathing technique. Using that, you will be able to handle the emotions better. Like we discussed the kite, we're not able to handle the mind at the level of the mind. But using the breath as a tool, as a medium, using it effectively, learning how to use it effectively, we are able to handle situations better, handle our emotions better. And till you come on the program, I'll just tell you a tip. Okay, when you get angry next time, you just start counting downwards. Okay, before you start reacting, you just count. Okay, 30, slowly, 29, 28, and I tell you, by the time you reach 15 or even 1, your anger would have gone away, because it's just an emotion. It comes and it goes.
It's a spur of a moment.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And I think that also includes the answer for like, I want to do sports, but studies to hai. How will I balance it?
Okay. So see, the thing is, it's very important for children to do some physical activity. Yeah. So when they are young, they are able to learn so well and learn fast. Okay, and they run around. Like you see, younger children, they run around. If a child, if as you grow older, if you're just going to sit and study for a long duration, आप सोचिए, okay, when you are sitting and studying for long duration, supposing you're sitting for say for 30 minutes, how much time are you effectively studying? How many times does your brain check out, go out of the room, go somewhere else and come back?
Yes.
Or how many minutes are you actually there? What happens is, when the body, there is some physical exercise, when you're into some sports, you're doing something, you're moving your body and doing something for an hour at least in a day, there is some exercise that you're doing, then what happens is the body is able to stay calmer, able to sit, and whatever you're learning that goes into that, you're able to retain it better. So physical movement and physical exercises are very, very important for the child. Also, if your child is already into sports, that's really great, because it's a wonderful way on dealing with success and failures. The child will learn so many things, how to deal with teamwork, how to deal with things. So there are so many things that the child learns when they go and play sports. There is so many things that come into the play over here. So definitely physical exercises are very important. Also related to this is, when if a child is not doing physical exercise, what happens, we'll talk about that also, just one more minute. So like, there is a lot of restlessness that builds up in the child, and unknowingly the child will be like constantly doing like this. They'll be sitting and studying, but they will be moving their hands, or they will tuck with the pen. That is just indication that there's a lot of restlessness that has developed in the child, because there is no outlet. And even at the physical level, if it doesn't, then it starts coming out as emotional outbursts. So it's very important, especially during exams. Like if your exam is on Thursday, you must go out and play for at least half an hour.
Even on a Wednesday?
Yes.
Oh my, that's great. Okay. Is it okay that we study late night?
So it, as I mentioned earlier, depends on you, So there are certain people who are night owls, and there are certain people who wake up, who by their system, the system is designed that, they can wake up early and they can study. What is also important is that you notice whether maybe your friends are studying till late, but what is important is, maybe you are able to read 3 chapters at night. But do you remember when you wake up next morning, how much of it are you able to retain? That is the key. In my case, I was not able to remember much. But when I used to wake up at 5 o'clock and I used to read something once, I could remember it very easily. I would just probably need to revise it once or twice before the exam, but I would remember it. My retention power was really good. So you need to see what works for you, okay, and then decide, not based on what your friends do, okay?
Yeah, I would like to add a point over here. Research has said this, not me or you, that the time between say 10 to 11, not 10 to 11, say 10-11 baje se leke say 1 o'clock tak. Put it, okay, 10 to 1, the late hours of 10 to 1. That is the time when the body is actually throwing out the toxins.
Right.
The organs of your system, they are relaxing and they are removing out their own toxins. So we must be giving them rest at least between 10 to 1. Then maybe you can sleep at 10 and get up at 2. That is okay. But yes, as she said, whatever works for you the best, carry on with that.
Yeah. But like, we also need to have another source, very important source of energy is sleep. So we'll just touch a little bit more on that. So it's very important to have 6 to 8 hours of sleep, undisturbed sleep, not like you wake up, you study a little bit, then you go back to sleep. But 6 to 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep is very important. And what will help with for you to get good sleep is if you have enough exercise, okay, and then you follow good diet, you do some breathing exercises, and also, like you said, 10 o'clock, 10 to 10:30, you go to sleep. How do you fall asleep at that time? Before you just go to sleep, don't watch too much TV. Do those kind of exercises which will calm your mind down. You can do some yoga stretches very slowly. You can do some yoga stretches. You can listen to some music. you know.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, most of us, I mean, most of the children or parents, they just love to do that.
Yeah.
But music, which is really little
Soothing
and mind,
yeah. Because what happens when we are studying, we are using one part of the brain. Only the right brain is used up all the time. We listen to some music before we go to sleep. The mind calms down. We are getting ready. You know, we have a sleep. We set up a schedule. Like this is the body also gets an indication. Okay, I'm going to sleep now. So already it starts going into that sleep mode, right? And then what happens? The left brain, when we're listening to music, the left brain also gets activated. So both the right and the left, we're giving fuel to both sides. Okay. So the mind will be like really great.
Could we have that quick slide on sleep, which we have? That will be good to, you know, summarize all this,
all the things,
all the points of sleep associated. Yes.
So all the things that you need to take care of to ensure that your sleep is good and you have a proper sleep and you're well rested. Because when you're well rested, you're able to take in better, and then you're able to, like, you know, even
so here we have it, Shelja. The sleep tips we have here.
That's really nice.
Yes.
Maybe people would like to take a screenshot, or
you can share that. You can
share it with them.
They can take a screenshot of it. That will be good. I mean, handy just now.
Yeah.
Like Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar, who is the founder of the Art of Living. Yes, he also has stated this: when you lie on the left side, your sleep is better. When you lie on the left side, your sleep is better. See, during the whole sleep, the sleeping hours, the whole night, you may be shifting from one side to the other or whatever. But as soon as you go to sleep, make it a little bit of habit that you sleep on the left side. Uske baad mein jo ho so ho. Okay? But you can start with that. Yeah. Then there are some more points on sleep, like creating a friendly environment for sleep. Then nutrition can be better for, adopting that nutrition, which is going to help you sleep better that ways. Yeah. So maybe we can summarize the points that we have covered so far. Yeah. Could we have the summary sheet also, the slide?
While the summary sheet is coming up, would like to also talk about, see, it's not like in our house, we need to have like a defined place for, this is my study place, you know, and keep that clutter free. Same thing when we are sleeping, our sleep area is also like defined and set, and we don't eat on the bed, or we don't, you know, we keep that also clutter free. So, you know, this is my sleep zone, this is my eating zone, this is you have a defined place for all these things. Ensure that the place where you're studying is well ventilated. Yeah, and it's free from distractions. If you see, our biggest distraction right now is the mobile phone. Yeah. So definitely when you know that, okay, now I'm going to sit and study, you keep the mobile phone away. Right. And when you sit for studies, just before that, you can do a little bit of like 5 to 10 seconds of, like, you can do 10 seconds of breathing exercises. Or when you come on the Medha Yoga program, you learn the concentration pranayam. So when you do concentration pranayam, your focus, you're like, that is what parents and children, even I use the concentration pranayam when I work at office. So it's just just a technique for like 2 minutes, and when I do that, I can work uninterrupted for 1 whole hour. And I can get so much work done, you know, because the mind is not going here and there. My mind is like just right there. So there are so many things that you can learn on the program also. I'm sure you have learned so much on this webinar as well. So we'll just go through this, we'll just summarize that.
Yeah.
So
they are just helping with it.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll just start.
I'll just see if there are some more questions which we have missed. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. This is a very interesting question. How to study boring subjects with interest?
Okay, this is a very nice and very sweet question. Yeah. So, so the thing is, you know, there are only 2 ways. One is, if you find the subject boring, then like, see, if you have interest in something, then you will take interest and you will sit and you will, you know, finish it. But it's only when something is boring that becomes a little challenging. So that is where you need to develop interest. So you look at it whether you are like a kinesthetic learner. Kinesthetic learners learn by doing. When you do something with your hands, then you're able to learn better.
Okay.
Or if you are more of a visual learner.
Let's say, for example, it's history, because that was really for me a boring subject. Sorry, all history teachers and all historians. Yes.
So, like my brother used to find poetry very boring. Okay. So what he did, I'm just going to give an example, but you see what works for you. So he had to learn learn the Jhansi Ki Rani ka poem. So what he did was, because he learns by doing things. So he was like, he got into action. He's like, "Khoob ladi mardani, wo to Jhansi wali," and he was so into it that I also learned. I was in first standard at that time, and I also learned the poem because you put in so much emotions and so much action into it. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember here, once Gurudev was saying that कुछ याद नहीं रहता है तो उसको गाने के अंदर डाल दो तो गाना याद रहता है वैसे वो भी याद रहेगा. It was like that. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Okay. So we'll just take a short break. Maybe we can take a hygiene break, a water break.
Yeah,
okay?
And we'll be back
break.
in 2 minutes.
And
then.
we'll be back
Yes?
in 2 minutes.
Yes.
See you. Okay, and we are back. Okay. So welcome back. So we're talking about what to do with boring subjects, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So one is like, you make it interesting for yourself. You can then you need to see whether you are if you learn by hearing, then you can read that that subject. You can read it aloud. It will help you in more than one ways, because what happens is, when you're reading it aloud and suddenly your mind goes for a walk somewhere, you will stop reading. Okay, so you will know that, oh, my hand is here and I'm just stuck here for 5 minutes, right? So that will also give you feedback that, my mind has gone for a walk. So that also helps. So you can read things aloud, right? You can do some action or make it a nice song when you're, or you can come on the Mera Yoga program and learn concentration pranayama, which will give you enough focus and concentration to remember or retain the thing. And so these are different ways of learning. Also, chunk the thing. So if you see a chapter and you see, oh my god, this is like 10 pages, it becomes a little overwhelming. So you make it into small bite-sized chunks, and then you take in small bite-sized chunk and revise. Read it once, maybe if you require, read it second time, and then summarize it in your own words. Then you move to the next thing. And as you finish a chapter, quiz yourself. Like, do I remember what is happening? Do I remember these things? And then that will give you focus. That will give you like confidence also. Okay, I remember what I've learned. Then you can move on to the next one. So, and as you finish a chapter, like, give yourself nice congratulatory thing, like celebrate small wins, be happy and keep yourself motivated. So now we have spoken about different levels of different ways of learning at one level. These are like using the 5 senses as such, right? We're still either talking about hearing or listening or, using the hand movements, right? But there is also another level of learning, which is like the scientific point of view, where we listen to lectures.
Yes.
Right. Yes. We people tell us about how our mind functions. We see the sun rising, and the sun setting. But when we look at it from a scientific point of view, we know that it is not the sun that is moving. It is the earth that is moving
around.
Right. So that is another level of learning. And there is a third level of learning called the intuition. Now, intuition is basically gut feel, right? all of us have had this. When we're preparing for exams, something tells us within, ye question aane wala hai exam mein. So that is just a flash, it comes and goes. That is not connected with, no, that is not connected with your intellect. It is not connected with your five senses. It is coming from the intuition as such, right? So there is a dedicated process for this. In the Art of Living offers a program called the intuition process, where we can train ourselves to tap into our intuitive capability at will. And what we have noticed is that when the children do this program and they go back, they develop photographic memory. They are able to retain much better. And parents also share that, studies have become so easy for us. It is not just the child, even the parent, because it's like earlier I had to the repeated revisions were required before the exam, but now it's like, the child does studies it once, develops photographic memory, and they're able to retain and remember things much better.
Okay.
So even teachers, we have had conducted this program in schools also, and teachers shared that this child used to be a backbencher, used to find history subject. The history teacher told me this. I was the class teacher of this child for 3 years. Okay, not once backbencher है, कभी एक बार भी उसने हाथ नहीं उठाया. आज उसने हाथ उठा के आंसर किया है क्लास में पहली बार. ही इज लाइक, क्या किया आपने? हमने सिर्फ बच्चे ने इंट्यूशन प्रोसेस किया. सो द level, so what happens is that we have focused our learning, that is, we are training a child to learn only from two levels, that is from the five senses, where something is written on the board, you copy it, or you hear something and write it using the five senses, or using the intellect. But when this another level opens up to them, what many children, what they said, like they used to find boring because they were not able to understand, they are able to understand using their intuition. Their understanding power, grasping power increases, and what they found this topic they found boring is no longer boring anymore for them.
Wow, yeah, this is superb. Yeah. I mean, I really feel कि मेरे time पे intuition program क्यों नहीं था? Why wasn't there in the intuition program when I was a child and not enjoying history then?
So if you put it positively, because we're talking about that, so it's like, I want this program to reach out to as many people as possible.
Yes. see, implementing it just there and then. Yes, I want it to be reached out. I want intuition process. I want all the children and teens programs to reach out to each and every child of this world. Really, it's so impactful. Yeah. Could we have the slide on our summary now? Yeah.
So maybe parents and children can also summarize. So first we spoke about removing.
Why not? Yes.
Yeah. So we first and foremost we said, like, we remove the labels. If we say that, oh, I am like this, I am like that, we remove the labels. We remove all the labels that we have put. We do not eternalize our issues. Okay. So if like, I am always late, I am always like this, just don't eternalize your problems. Okay. That was the first thing that we spoke about. And remove these labels, okay? And focus on how you can do positive self, like talk to yourself positively.
Yes.
Okay, motivate yourself, and also people around you, right? So how you can help yourself and help others is like, you look at, instead of looking at a problem as a problem, look at it as a way of how you can solve it. Okay, so you make it like, okay, I am always, instead of saying I'm always late, you can say, I can wake up half an hour earlier and I can do this, it will be possible.
Okay. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Yeah. I'm having a few questions wherein it is saying that, could you give us the program links also?
Okay.
So we could have a slide for that even. Yeah, we have a slide for that. And here a very thoughtful thing has come to my mind. And that is in the Art of Living, we are having a parenting community in the WhatsApp group. So what you can do is join that group as well. What do we do in the parenting community group? It's definitely, as the name is suggesting, it's about the parents. Parents are joining in that group. We address their unique challenges that they face in the roller coaster journey of parenting, and we keep giving them, every day we keep giving them the parenting tips or the educative videos or maybe the articles or blogs. Then we have Gurudev's narrated some short animated stories also, riddles. So there is a lot. And just not any heavy gyan on the platform of parenting community. I'm sure you would really love to join that. Not only you can invite your friends and relatives all. Yeah, link is on the screen, and you'll have the link on the screen. Yes.
So the link is available on the
Yes,
screen,
it's
and you
there on the
can
screen
scan
for
the
the
QR code.
community. Yes,
Yeah,
they can scan the QR code. Yes.
Yeah, and you can join right now instead of joining later. You can just join
Yes,
right away.
yes, the good things to be done right then. Right.
So we might even have, it's been very nice because we've seen a lot of participation from you. We might even have another webinar because there's so much more to share. So then we'll be keeping you posted on this community. When you join the community, we'll keep you posted on upcoming webinars and all the other things like on other ways, quizzes, and so many things that we have to offer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we also have the QR code for the courses, the program details also?
They're just coming up with that.
Okay.
Yes, it's there.
Okay, now you also have the program links.
Yes.
So while you can maybe take a screenshot of this, or you can note down the program link. So you will find that there are different programs, like Utkarsh Yoga program for the age group of 8 to 13, and then from 13 to 18 you have the Medha Yoga, and then you have the intuition process. And for parents we have the happiness program, and we have the Sahaj Samadhi course. So
and we also have the Know Your Child and Know Your Teens programs, wherein the parents can actually understand what is going on in their lives of their child, in a much better way. Know Your Child and Know Your Teen programs for the parents. Yes.
So you can get all the information on the links that are provided.
Yes.
And yeah, so if you have any questions, please.
Yeah, they are saying like, I am in Bangalore, I am in such and such place.
Yeah.
So yes, the link that we have provided it to you, it is about the place which is nearer to you, that you'll have the program list over there in the link when you get in the link. Yeah.
You can search for the place. You can, if you are in Ranchi or you're in Bangalore, you can type that. You can type the city, and then automatically that will appear.
Okay. Okay. Should we? YouTube में भी link है. Acha, YouTube, all those people who are on the YouTube and watching it on YouTube, they can see the link. It has been pinned over there. Yeah. Yeah. Do we have both the links there for the parenting community and the CNT? Okay. The course programs, the programs links are there on it. Okay. Okay.
So again, like just to summarize, so we learn the knowledge of, like, we learn maths, we learn sciences, we learn so many things in our schools, and we also hear things like, okay, don't get angry, don't get upset. But what you are going to learn on this course is how to deal with your emotions, what to do when you get angry, upset, and anxious. It talks about life skills that are needed, how to deal with people, how if somebody is actually, like you said, putting a lot of pressure on you and you're not able to deal with it, what you should do at that point of time.
Right.
Success and failures in life, how to take it and move on. So we talk about all these life skills, and depending on the age group, we have different fun games. It's not like a lecture, but more like a participative, where children learn by doing and learn by participating.
Yeah. I think this is a beautiful question which has come up.
Okay.
What is it? Why reason that we should study or do something?
Okay. It's a very, very nice question. Why should you do anything? Like, there are like I always wonder, why do I have to eat? But that is how things are. Okay, like that is how things are. So instead of asking why this, if not studies, it would be something else. And in our life there are certain things that we like to do, and there are certain things that we don't like to do. So instead of saying why this, you can say, okay, how can I do this better, right? Because studies are going to be there. We cannot escape that part. Okay, I have to eat every day, I cannot escape that part. But what I can do is I can make it more interesting, I can make it more suitable to my palate. I can make it more something that I can digest properly. So that's what we have to do with our studies also. We don't like something, but we have to do it. We just need to, we need to present it in a better way. That's it, to ourselves. Yeah.
Now could we have the summarizing
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, we'll wait for it.
Okay. Actually, I would like to know from the parents also, what are the key takeaways, because we spoke about so many topics, but they would be like one or two things that you have taken up and
Yeah.
that really touched you, so you can
Yes.
share that with us, because that would help us understand what is it that that made a difference to you. So like, could
Yeah.
we take? Yeah.
It's now off.
Okay.
My laptop is now needing some rest, so it's okay. We give him that rest required. By the time we have the slide for the summarized sheet, yeah, what we can do, have we got it? Okay, fine. So I think parents would have had this, kya bolte hain, this the solution takeaways. They must have noted it down on the chat also. Could we have my mobile so that I can see it on that too, Ritik?
Okay, so I'll just go through what we discussed.
Yes,
We
we
spoke
have
about,
four
yeah.
approaches that we have talked about. One is the mindfulness techniques that we spoke about. We even, practiced it. The breathing technique comes in that. Then we have, yeah, please continue.
We spoke about having a positive support group. Like, no
Yes.
child is an island, no man is an island, in fact. So we all have to have a positive support group around us, and building that support group and using positive words for ourselves and for each other. So we spoke about that. We spoke about nutrition. We just touched a little bit, but when you do
Yes.
the program, there will be a lot more discussion on food and the impact on food, impact of water, how to drink water, how to use that to your best potential. So keep yourself, even when you're doing the exam, drink little sips of water. If you're feeling stuck during an exam, just take some few deep breaths, okay, like maybe just for 10 seconds. Even when you're writing, you just change the pattern of your breath, and you'll suddenly find that, okay, I'm able to remember things. Or just take a few sips of water, and things will, you'll start remember. You may start to, if you've studied, then definitely you will start to remember that. Yeah. So we spoke about that. We spoke about sleep also, how you need to have a proper sleep routine, and sleep well, so that your mind is well rested, your body is well rested, and you are ready for the challenges of the next day. Exercise well. Yeah. So exercising is very important, so that your mind, so the body is strong, and there is no restlessness. When your body is well exercised, and your mind is able to become calmer and composed, and it's able to function better and remember better. Yeah. Anything else?
Yes, I just saw one question here. I think we should take up this question. Some teachers sometimes become very toxic.
Okay.
Yeah, I could put this way now for parents also. Maybe sometimes the child may feel that my parent has become a little toxic or a little too much pressurizing me. Maybe that way.
So actually, we also had the other way, another question, other way around.
Yes,
my child is not taking any stress. Only I am taking stress. That question also came. I saw that. So see, the thing is, again, we spoke about, you have to give some amount of pressure, but not too much pressure. One thing is, if you feel that someone is being toxic, then you can go and talk to the person. Talk to the person, not when the person is toxic and really hyper, but when they're calm and composed and they're able to listen. Even in a frame of mind where they're able to listen, you tell them that, you're a very nice person, but this is the challenge that I'm facing. Could you please do this? It's hurting me. You just explain your situation. You don't. We will not go and educate our teacher. But we can definitely tell them, this is how I'm feeling. This is what is happening. When they are in a calm and composed, when they're calm and composed state, that time you go and tell them. And also, you can also tell if you can't tell your teacher directly, then you can tell other people who can communicate to the teacher. But important thing is, whatever you're feeling, just don't keep it to yourself. You are, as again and again, you're not an island. Talk to your support group. Have a support group. Go and tell people, okay, that this is the thing. This is what I'm going through, and you will find a surprising. Others might also agree with you, and then you can do something about it together, rather than just keeping it to yourself.
Yeah, I am able to focus, but sorry, I'm not able to focus because my screen time is too much. I really want to get, I want to remove that thing, but it's not going. How do I deal with the screen time?
Very simple. Don't charge your phone. So simple.
It's really a very simple. I think the most simple solution that we have seen here in today's webinar session. Yeah. Are we also having some more questions? Let me just check. Yeah.
Actually, we would also like to know from the parents also, like if you have any tips, because see, we are all a community. So if you have something, some stories to share, you know, where you did something, you motivated your child or a neighbor's child, and the child has performed very well. So we would like to hear stories from you also, because that will help all of us, right? So it's not like a one-way conversation. I hope it's a two-way conversation.
Yes. Give me a moment. I am just logging in again.
Sure.
Are we having some more questions, Ritik? Could you read it out?
Time management.
Okay.
Time management. Okay.
Okay. So we have a very good question. So time, just time. That's it.
How to manage time.
How to manage? Okay, the rephrasing.
Yeah,
Can I get that board? Like I can just use, if it's okay.
The clapboard.
The
Yeah,
clapboard.
just
Can
clean
I
it
use it?
yeah.
So again, like if you have a, can you all get a piece of pen and paper? We'll just do a small.
All the parents.
Yeah,
and
parents
the,
and the children.
Yeah.
This is like a small activity that we'll do for time management. Rather than just talking about it, let's do something, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. And can I get that thing? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So what you can do is just take a piece of paper and then you just write this. You just make a grid like this. Okay. And then you can write on one, that is on the x-axis, you can write urgent. And then you can say on the y-axis, you can write the important stuff. Okay. So on the x-axis, this is the urgent stuff and this is the important stuff.
Okay.
So on this quadrant, you will write down all the things that are urgent and important. Like for example, if your exam is on Thursday, it is what is urgent and important thing you have to study, right?
Yeah.
So that is the urgent and important thing for you to do, that I have to study for my exam which is coming up.
Right.
There is something which is urgent but not important. May not be. Okay. Like you are hungry right now. Okay. So you want to eat. Okay. So that will, at this point it is urgent. We have to do this now. Right. Then there are things that are important but not.
Yes. Okay. I'm trying to log into YouTube, but it's not happening with me. Okay.
Okay. So there are things that are important but not urgent. So you put those things over here.
Yeah.
Okay. So like for example, doing your meditation practice, you know.
Yes.
So all of that is important. Taking your medicines, these are important but not urgent. You don't have to do it now. And then there are things which are neither important nor urgent. Like for example, your mobile phone and screen time.
Correct.
Okay. Now just make a list. Like you can, I'm going like take a minute and write down things which are important and urgent in this side.
Okay.
And then you write the things which are urgent and but not important on this. Write down the things which are not important and not urgent over here. Okay. And things which are important but not urgent over here.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll just take a few seconds and just write this down.
Yeah. So all the parents and the children can do it.
Yes. You can do it for yourself.
Okay.
The parents can also do it for themselves, this activity. So I want you to notice as you're writing, if which part is loaded the most. Okay. If this part is loaded the most, that is the not urgent and not important part of the paper is loaded the most, what does it mean? It means that you're spending most of your time on tasks which are neither urgent nor important. So definitely we need some time management over here, and you know, reprioritize and say, okay, this is not what I need to do right now, and I need to spend more time here and here, right?
Yes.
So then you can use, then what happens is, if you stop these activities, then you get that much time gets free, and then you can manage your time better. Yeah. Also, when you are managing your time, we need to do two things. Like especially for a parent, if we are helping a child manage their time, we need to see what are the things that the child likes to do. So we might want our child to go and play and study. That's just these two things. But the child may be very interested in dancing or singing, for that matter. So we need to create some time for their hobbies, some time where they spend with friends, some free time, and also some time for play. So they get enough physical exercise, they get enough boosting for their brain and for emotions also, and enough time to study. All of this will help them study better.
Yeah, this kind of a grid is really very important. I think even though I am not a child anymore, I'm a parent, I am working, but I am also going to implement this. This is really wonderful. And I think we have had a really very valuable time from you, and very valuable solutions that our parents, our children can implement in their lives. And definitely, हम इस एग्जाम स्ट्रेस को हरा ही देंगे. We will surely hit hard on this exam stress and excel. Yeah. So
wishing you
namaskar.
all the best to all the parents and all the children. Do very well, not just in your exams but also in life. Okay, thanks for being such wonderful participants on this program. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.